So what are lawmakers planning to do to get the government back up and running? Let's bring in Tennessee Republican Senator Marsha Blackburn. Senator, welcome.
That's the thing with Democrats. I mean, they're being very blunt and honest with the American people now and letting people know that they don't give a damn about you. And they're using you for leverage. I don't care if you're on the left. I don't care if you're on the right or in the middle. But if you're corrupt and you're in our government, we need to root you out.
This government shutdown's now in month number 2. We have the air traffic controllers are struggling with no pay. There are concerns about emergency food benefits. What's the impact in the great state of Tennessee?
And Tennesseans indeed are frustrated with what the Democrats are carrying out as they continue with this Schumer shutdown. And the Tennesseans that I have talked to, and I was at the UT-Oklahoma game yesterday, and believe you me, I talked to a lot of people. They want to see the government back open. They want to see responsible spending. They also have been very specific about saying, do not let the Democrats supercharge Obamacare by saying that they're going to be ending the subsidies. Tennesseans are smart. They know different. They know the subsidies are permanent. They know the argument is over this plussed up Biden COVID credit bonus that was put on the Obamacare subsidies, where they took off the income caps and they let people that were making over $500,000 a year get a subsidy. And people are saying, put a stop to this, get the spending under control. They support President Trump. They support Republicans. They think the Democrats are acting selfishly and foolishly. And I think when the Democrat House Whip stepped up and said, we know people are going to suffer, but that gives us leverage. And Tennesseans, I will tell you this, they have shown up in droves at churches, doing food drives, supporting food banks, making certain that people that should be receiving SNAP benefits, that federal workers that are working without pay are going to be able to have access to food. And I'm very grateful. We are the volunteer state, and we have truly stepped up during this time.
And that's the thing with Democrats. I mean, they're being very blunt and honest with the American people now and letting people know that they don't give a damn about you. And they're using you for leverage. The Democrats want to keep the government shut down because this is benefiting. They're wanting to get the American people riled up and send messages into their ears, into their small little minds, that it's Trump's fault. When this is all the Democrats that are choosing not to approve the extension to continue speaking about negotiations with these bills. But instead, they rather keep the government shut down, piss a lot of people off in the country, and try to take blame for President Trump being the one to do this. No, it's not Trump. It's not the Republicans. I mean, they made it pretty damn clear on exactly what it was. We've already made videos of it.
Virginia, on Tuesday, obviously a tremendous number of federal employees in Northern Virginia. Do you think there will be a sudden change of heart on the government shutdown after those folks go vote?
I think that the fact that the air traffic controllers and the AFGE came out in opposition to the Schumer shutdown and have called out the selfishness of the Democrats during this, that needs to get to alarming. This is not.
There's a report left-wing.
Decide and get back to work.
There's a report left-wing Antifa agitators are posting a hit list of reporters in Portland following the assassination of Charlie Kirk. How alarming is that?
It is.
Listen, at this point, we need to exterminate everybody that claims to be part of Antifa. We do not need these people in this country. They're seeking for violence. They want violence. The sentence for violence is death. In order to move forward in this country, we're going to have a civil war. It's already going on right now. There's people out there that are on the right going against the left, the right going against Antifa, the left Democrats not even saying a damn thing or a word about Antifa. So that tells me that the left is working with Antifa. I mean, this is everything that's going on. The right is the only one, people on the right, Republicans, conservatives, are the only ones speaking about Antifa and the rhetoric and what they're trying to push into this country. And that's why they got labeled as a terrorist organization here in America. And honestly, worldwide, because they're all over the damn country and all over the damn world.
Terribly alarming. And for people that say Antifa does not exist, that is beyond me. You do have this organization. They are very well funded, and you have these Antifa cells, and for them to be producing hit list is indeed alarming. And Mike, one of the things that does concern me is the uptick in violence against federal law enforcement and ICE. That's increased over 8,000% this year. And I have that Protecting Law Enforcement from Doxing Act, which we are trying to get through Senate Judiciary Committee. That needs to get to President Trump's desk. So we do name it a felony and go after these individuals that are doxing law enforcement and their families.
Some of your colleagues think they've uncovered a Biden administration enemies list through the Arctic frost investigation. Here's your colleague, Eric Schmidt, with my colleague, Peter Doocy, a short time ago, and I'll get you to react to it.
Wow.
We're just getting this information right now because of whistleblowers. If President Trump wouldn't have won, all this stuff would be buried. But whistleblowers have come forward. We need Watergate-style hearings for months on this to continue that investigation. There ought to be probably charges brought, eventually resignations.
Watergate-style hearings. What are you thinking, Senator?
I agree with that, and I have been encouraging Chairman Grassley to move forward. We should immediately call Judge Boasberg in front of us. He's the one who signed these subpoenas against me and the other 9 Republicans that were subpoenaed. Our phone records were subpoenaed. And Mike, we don't know what else they got. Did they get banking records? Did they do opposition-style research on us? And exactly what were they doing? We also need to call the CEOs of these wireless companies in front of us. Verizon rolled over and complied. AT&T fought back. AT&T did not release records. But the fact that Judge Boasberg would have put a non-disclosure order on top of the subpoena and said, well, I fear that these senators may destroy evidence or tamper with evidence, or they may intimidate witnesses. To insinuate such is, of course, something that is a violation. And it is our First and Fourth Amendment rights, and the separation of powers, and the speech and debate clause, and, of course, the Stored Communications Act that have been violated. And, of course, we know there were organizations that they went after the banking records of those organizations. So this is deep and wide. It is far deeper and wider than Watergate. It is far more intrusive and invasive. 197 subpoenas are what we know so far, and 430 individuals that they were going after.
It's pretty damn clear that they're just waiting, the corruption party of what I've been calling people that are just really trying to play the American people. They're playing the American people. They're waiting for Joe Biden to die and then expose the whole truth of what the Biden administration was doing or not doing for the American people. They do this type of crap. And this is why I don't care if you're on the left, I don't care if you're on the right or in the middle, but if you're corrupt and you're in our government, we need to root you out. We the people are running this country. We need to start choosing people to run this country that are going to be doing it by the book, by the Constitution, and by the rule of law. Cannot be allowing these crooked, sideways, retarded people to be taking control of this country and making deals with other leaders around the world that are not even benefiting the American people. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. Like and subscribe, I would appreciate it. Till next time, peace out, everybody. This one's for Charlie.